Hello and welcome to Lost in Translation, where we look at things through the trans sphere. Tonight I'm joined by Isabelle.
Prism.
Prism's a good word. I think I've used that before.
Change it up.
Exactly. Tonight I'm joined by Simona and Isabelle, so welcome. So I thought tonight that we could have a bit of a chat about names, which seems to sort of be, changing names and picking names and all those, fun aspects of, I suppose, transitioning. So what have your experiences been in terms of how did you pick your name?
Well, the name that I picked for myself was actually one I found in a book of baby names that my parents had. So that was kind of neat, looking through and seeing everything that had been ticked and like, oh God, not using that one. So yes, that's how I settled on Isabelle. I wasn't able to change it for quite a long time legally because I was living as a migrant in the United States, and it's very difficult to kind of affect a lot of these changes when you're not living in your country of origin. But fortunately, a couple years ago, I went back to New Zealand and got it all sorted out, and now I'm here, and while the law recognises my names, God knows the bank won't.
Really?
Yes, every now and then they just keep, I think it's like in one database, they've got my old name, and then it keeps propagating to all the other ones, so I have to call them up and say, no, you messed that one up, you got to try again. So, yeah.
Of course, we can't name the bank, but we can name ourselves, in this segment anyway. Sorry, that was just me trying to be... that was a dad joke. Lol.
So how did you pick your name?
I suppose you want to know about where the fuck did I get Simona Kapitolina from?
Yeah.
Well, my mother used to buy these fashion magazines in the 80s called Follow Me, and I used to look at them, and these were in the 80s, they were big glossy things, and I used to look at them, and on the very back was an ad, black and white, beautiful sort of 80s mod, lowercase, bold Helvetica, Simona, and they were this sort of, this fashion brand. And I went, well, if this happens, I'm going to be Simona. So, and I didn't want to take on Simone because Simone was something that people would call me at school as a derogatory name. So I didn't really want to kind of take that on. So, and then I was DJing through, the mid-2000s and had to come up with a DJ name. And part of my identity was, was sort of, I don't know, this sort of largely European kind of identity, and I was, taking things from, Eastern Europe and Western Europe, and I found Kapitolina. So I put Simona Kapitolina together, and I thought, well, graphically that looks sensational, that looks amazing. So I changed it, got it all done at the passport office, and luckily for me, I was doing all of this just as Julia Gillard had put through all of the legislation, so I was one of the...
Thanks, Jules.
Thanks, Julia. Straight through, birth, deaths and marriages, straight through Medicare, straight through, the passport office and Vic Road. So that was great, really easy to do. So I'm happy to say that that is something that we can do quite well. The funny thing is, just for a bit of a cack, was that I decided to check out what Simona Kapitolina meant. And, Simona means loud mouth, and Kapitolina means big-headed.
It's just not characteristic of you at all. It's
could anything? I mean, as chance would have it, my name means that I'm loud-mouthed and big-headed.
That's shocking.
So,
that's beautiful. And what a lovely head it is, big though it may be.
Now, Nate, is it's got something to do with Nate Dogg and the G-Child, or
what? I don't know what that is.
How'd you get your name? It's just this really banging.
Yeah, no idea.
Anyway.
No, my name was really boring in that I
just made it interesting.
Oh, you did? Right. That would have actually been a better story. I should have gone with that. No, I just literally took the first 3 letters of my old name and the first 2 letters of my middle name and just changed it. Like, I made it masculine. which is really, which was very, very handy in terms of I could keep a lot of my email accounts because I just used first letters.
Yeah.
And also, but I have been quite lazy, so I changed my name about nearly 2 years ago now, and I still haven't updated my phone provider with my new name, and I still haven't changed my passport, which I probably should do at some point, I think, if I want to leave the country. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But whenever my phone provider calls me, they call me as Miss. And so then I put on this very, very kind of, I either do one of two things. I either take a message or I try and put on a high voice.
Yeah, I've actually found utility companies harder than the passport office, to be perfectly honest. The bank was pretty easy, like the bank that I went to, which, we're not going to name names because, we just don't do that.
Yeah, no,
I was like, this certain phone company is just like, oh, no, actually,
you were having trouble with a utility company?
Oh, who'd have thunk it? Superannuation companies, though. Superannuation companies are just like, well, no, hang on, you're changing your gender, therefore, and you're changing your name, therefore, it completely changes your policy. So it's like...
See, I had that with my car insurance. I suddenly had to pay more. So they were very happy to change my name, and they changed my gender.
Really?
And then I got an email saying, as being an under 26-year-old male driver, you now have to pay an extra $120 premium.
You're joking?
No. Which, it was kind of like, ultimate acceptance that they were just like, yep, well, you've now moved into this, so give us more money because you're now more at risk.
That's hilarious.
I know.
Oh, well.
I'm not sure they would have done it the other way, though.
Well, I did it after the fact, so I wouldn't know what the difference was. So, anyway.
No, completely whatever I was going to say has just disappeared.
I
That
think
sometimes happens.
In terms of Facebook names and stuff, like, I don't know, how consistent do people keep it? I mean, I've obviously got my performance name and my actual name, and everyone kind of knows you as Izzy, so.
Wow, I moved to Australia and everyone insisted that I was going to be Izzy. Welcome to Australia, Izzy.
Well, thank you very much for coming on tonight and having a quick chat about names. You've been watching Lost in Translation.